Okay, so now I'm inside an individual site. This is what a site looks like whenever you are clicking it from the main menu from any of the other locations from all sites, for example. So high level, what we have here is this is built to replicate the app itself in terms of what the layout is like. I can click on any of these and I can force move them from one status to another, arm to disarm them back. And here I have the inputs. If they are active, they will be there. If they're not, as is currently the case, then they're grayed out. What I can do with the pencil icon here is I can go in and I can change the name of any of the outputs. So this can be CCTV monitoring. I want that to be armed is on and off, and it is disarmed. So it's fine. I can change the icon here to a little camera as well if I want to. Press save, and that is now in place. What I can also do here is do the same for output 2. And actually I want to call it CCTV Zone 2, let's call it that. And I want it in manager only, for example, which means only managers and above can access it, but I want it to be viewable by standard user as well. So all the same things you can do in the app, you can do inside of the portal as well. Here's my overview of the site, the portal site name, which is the name that you would give it from the outset, and the app site name, if it has one, for the user itself. In this case, I don't have access to this site as an individual. Which group it's inside, is suspended or not, and no one in this case is it monitored by anybody. So in this case, I can go and I can take off one of our partners off of the list as the that are set up, partner Ox. And is there CCTV integration license in place for this particular site type? In this case, there's a Devantis. Bit more information here around the site ID. That's what you'd use for adding it to the likes of Sentinel records and things like that. Firmware type is virtual. It's a cloud controller. So that's the firmware that's running on it in terms of making all the rules work. And these other ones are more FYI, not necessarily of that much importance. Access restrictions will show if you create them one of the rules afterwards. After that, the app is laid out in the same format as the app. So if you users, you can go in, you can invite users here. And there's another video on inviting and removing users. So you can do that all from there. You can also copy users to another site. And you can Excel export all of those users for some other purpose as well. Events, again, nice little feature. This isn't the very active site as you can see, but you can search by from date range from date A to date B. We can also do here, we notice is on this blue button, means if you tap on that, that brings you to the day in question. So that's what happened on that day. And then you can go back and look at the events again. So that little blue button is a nice little tool, I guess, to drive into what happened on any particular day. Obviously what I can do here as well is I can actually search for events. So there's the event where I was looking to see what date was JMac at 123.com invited to the system. So it's invited then on this date. The rules, again, entire different section on rules, which will be covered in a different video, but you can create rules from here as well. Again, that's a totally different video, so I won't go into that now. Devices, same thing goes, where you can go in and you can add certain devices. So in this case, I can go in and I can create a Devantis, add the Devantis in with the IP address and the password, or any of the other devices that are in our system as well. And then finally config, and these are in essence the same settings that you can access from the site list as well. It's worth just touching upon this particular tool, which is quite handy. If you've watched one of the other videos, you'll have seen that an individual can change the name of a site to wherever they want after they're invited. Sometimes what we found is over time is people would kind of get confused as to what site was what. So what you can do here is you can push an app name down to everybody. So no matter what they call this new name that you give it now is going to replace that. So just you can have clarity that's a nice little tool that can be used just if you're looking to give consistency from a naming perspective, and you think that that'll be showing that consistency on their own apps. Everything else is the same as on the shortcuts from the home screen. There's another video on that. And that is the high level overview of everything that you can do within the site, individual site itself.